Tonight's bedtime story is called Mr. Silly and the Silly Secret, read by the same artists. Mr. Silly lives in a silly house, quite the silliest looking house you have ever seen. Well, have you ever seen a sillier looking house? But then, Mr. Silly is very silly, so it is hardly surprising that he lives in such a silly house. On this particular day, Mr. Silly decided to make the most of the good weather and go out for the day. He got to the bus stop, but he kept walking. Nothing strange about that, I hear you say. He was in the mood for a walk. But no, not at all. Mr. Silly had decided to wait for the bus a little further along, by a lamppost. But do you know what happens when you wait for a bus by a lamp stop? That's right, the bus doesn't stop. How silly of Mr. Silly. If you want to take the bus, called out the driver, you must wait at the bus stop like everyone else. But Mr. Silly didn't want to be like anybody else. He continued with his walk. He had an idea. A few days later, Miss Helpful was passing Mr. Silly's house when he heard strange noises coming from inside his shed. "Morning, Mr. Silly," she called. Can I help you? If you want to," replied Mr. Silly. Poor Miss Helpful. She came out of the shed covered in sticky black oil. "Yuck!" she cried. What could Mr. Silly be up to in a shed? It was a mystery. The next day, Mr. Silly was so busy in his shed that he didn't hear Mr. Nosy coming along. Mr. Nosy was always poking his nose into other people's business, so he couldn't resist taking a peek into Mr. Silly's shed. Bang! Ow! Mr. Silly's nose got shut in the door. "I'm sorry," said Mr. Silly. "Let me make it up to you. I'll show you my secret." Now here's a big question for you. Would you like to know what Mr. Silly's secret was? Here we go. Wow! Mr. Silly had made himself a car. But not at all like anyone else's car. It was an extremely tall, bath-shaped car. Mr. Silly could see for miles round. "A car you can take a bath in, huh?" laughed Mr. Funny. How funny. From high up in his car, Mr. Silly could always find a parking space. And the car could go up and down to let Mr. Silly in and out. One day, while Mr. Silly was shopping, snow began to fall. Soon everything was covered in a thick blanket of crisp white snow. All the cars were covered and couldn't be moved, all except Mr. Silly's. Thanks to his tall car, Mr. Silly was the only person who was able to drive. On the way, he met his friends waiting for the bus. "Brrr! Let me give you a lift," called out Mr. Silly. "Hurrah for Mr. Silly!" chorused all his friends. "So much more fun than a bus," laughed Mr. Funny. The next day, all the newspapers told the story of Mr. Silly's amazing invention. Now everyone wanted a car like Mr. Silly's. "I think," said Mr. Silly to himself, "that I'll build a jellycopter next. Or something even sillier." What do you think that could be? Time for our second story.